Welcome back to New Cammack. In the last session, the gang brought the missing Brujah Barry Bilson out of torpor and heard the disturbing story of how he went missing and the terrifying monster that he encountered in the woods and lost his left arm to. Fortunately, it was discovered that the mysterious carnivorous mold that the monster infected Barry with could be destroyed by Augustyn's thaumaturgical powers, but our prince and his advisory council still have to find and destroy this monster, and a sample of the mold that Augustyn has held onto and occasionally smeared on Excavo may still reveal some secrets. But tonight, the group goes in search of the Nosferatu surveillance room, mentioned in a note written by the city's former sheriff. Now, before we begin, I think there were some questions about how we were going to handle downtime, side quests, and things like that.
Yeah, I think everyone by this point has accumulated some priorities that they would want to go after on their own. Maybe they'd want help from some of the group, but not all of the group. Like, I think all of us kind of have some stuff we want to do. And the question is, when would we do that? And when would we go after the surveillance room?
I mean, like, granted, we did find out about a big monster, and that seems to get momentum. But I do feel like once we get into the sewers, that momentum is just going to keep rolling. So if it's stuff we want to
that's the thing. Like, I think these existential threats have been present in New Cammack for a long time, and things have gotten worse. But it's not like imminently going to blow up as far as we know. So it seems reasonable that we could take some time in our investigation to accomplish other things without the whole city going to shit even more than it already has.
Like, maybe? I mean, the thing I wanted to do was go to the surveillance room.
Right, that's true. That's true. The party quest and your quest are kind of aligned right now.
Yeah.
I do think that's a good point, that I feel like when we get to the surveillance room with all the technology, we'll probably find a bunch of stuff that Excavo could work on and decipher, so that might spin in it to her additional side quest. So maybe we should do this little quest, and then it would be
the other part of that too, Blake, is that what we discover about the city or what we get access to from that knowledge may unlock other avenues toward the rest of us accomplishing our goals.
So this room's going to be good for all of us, but I think specifically with me, I will probably see other areas where I could travel down, but also other people as well. I mean, Andy has a lot to do.
Some of the things I was wondering too are like the logistics of being officials of a city. Like, did we ever sign that paperwork? Are we going about setting up our job expectations?
Getting an Elysium set up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The paperwork remains on a desk in Delacroix Manor, so far unsigned. This is the paperwork to transfer ownership of the LLC that owns Club Wonderland and all the other real estate and property that Prince Delacroix formerly owned.
Yeah, well, I think that should be on our priority list at some point to formalize our positions.
So at the moment, everyone is asleep and is about to wake up. So that's something that you can do immediately after you wake up.
Right. Well, I guess the question remains in, and it sounds like our intention, our meta intention, is to continue following the momentum that we have where it's leading to the surveillance room, and then to see if the newly acquired surveillance capacity can enable some of our side questing, and then maybe take a break from the urgent pursuit of the man-bat.
The man-bat that the revenants.
That's right.
Insists that it's Batman in the woods.
Correct.
Batman.
Maybe we could take a break from the immediate pursuit of that to take care of some other things.
Well, how long would it take to go down there and go to the surveillance room?
Yeah, well, maybe it's like a...
Well, I can take a month and let this thing terrorize the town.
I mean, it seems like a goal that we can go for tonight.
I think we could have the best of both worlds. We could
It may help us find the thing.
We could do like tiny things like signing the thing and whatnot. But let's not do like whole like I'm going to undergo a tutelage of training and then like
Right.
The note that former Sheriff Bagger left described the surveillance room as it gave directions to get to the surveillance room. It said there's a drainage pipe behind Nuker Tech, and you go into it and you go down, and it's like the second tunnel on the left. Something. There are notes in your in the sidebar in Roll20, but from those notes, you could discern that it might only take an hour or two to get to this surveillance room.
Yeah, I don't think we have to like permanently decide either. Like we could get there, unlock this, and then like take a break. I think time is pretty negotiable in our stories, right? Like I guess it's up to Graham, but it seems like we can kind of decide as we go along.
cool. Let's get it underway. Let's do it.
All right.
All right, you ready to wake up?
It's wake up time. Wakey wakey.
Well, first, Augustyn needs to have his nightmare because he bought that flaw.
Oh, did we want a journal entry?
Oh, yes, please. Archibald, you've written another journal entry, as is your duty as the group's scribe.
April 23rd. Dear Diary. Tragedy has befallen our little mansion. It is with a heavy heart I write that Randy Delacroix's cargo plane fell into the ocean. This should give you some sign of how many sessions the last night took. At least Jade DeWitt is heavy-hearted about it. The members of our party aren't really broken up in the least, considering we knew the gun safe held only his ashes. The conveyor of this information was one Harvey the janitor, a general groundskeeper of the mansion. Thanks to him, we have a fancy new manor. We also, of course, have a fancy new vampire, Jade DeWitt, mourning her master and her one-way ticket to immortality. She has been taken into the fold, as it were, as a Ventrue. In order to search out new answers, we awayed to Camp Moonlight, a lovely anarcho-syndicalist commune. Their spirits certainly were raised by our attendance. They seem on hard times since their ringleader... Strange thing for an anarcho-syndicalist to have, I must say. On our next meeting, I must remember to bring them some pamphlets. Anyway, we were inducted into their group via vomit-filled ritual. As it turns out, their drinking water was quite tainted by the body of one Barry Bruja. With the help of Excavo's visions, we found him fetal and fungal in the bottom of a well. He had been hunting one missing gangrel, River Erickson, master to the ghoul Feather McKenna, who now ghouls for us. Our team dynamic, I must admit, at my own fault, has been one of tension. To be fair, we've only known one another for 2 days or so, but one must mourn the true lack of camaraderie. In our next journey to the camp, I must insist that we complete a ropes course, the ultimate strategy in team building. We brought the body of Barry to the Tremere Chantry, where Augustyn was able to fight off the fungi. Barry informed us of a greatly troubling matter. It seems that in addition to the other mysterious antagonistic forces that dwell in New Cammack, a swamp thing has risen to the top of our inquiries. Tonight we shall seek answers underground as our swamp thing may be a sewer thing all along. The end.
So good. Oh, man.
I'm imagining this is with very flowy cursive and
Oh, yes,
little
definitely.
flourishes at the end where you sign every entry.
Can I tell you my
You're
favorite
not
part?
writing with the quill. Are you really writing?
My favorite
Yep.
part was when you called Barry Bilson Barry Bruja. Because
Yeah.
I like the idea of Archibald having like George W. Bush-esque nicknames for everybody because he can't remember exactly.
Oh, that would be a funny
And
quirk.
he's just like Barry Bruja, and he's just got like a little nickname for everyone. So that really tickled me. I thought that
My
was
brain
wonderful.
inserted parentheses around the word Bruja. Barry Bruja.
I could not remember the last name while I remembered like 20 minutes before we were about to play that. Like I was supposed to
Like
do that.
sleepy
so.
Randy.
Sleepy Randy.
Extremely well done.
Thank you.
We chose our scribe well. Augustyn, you dream that you are... Okay, well, first a question. What do you do with the bear cub when you go to sleep?
Effectively just close it in the room with me.
Exactly what I expected. You dream that in this room, you are playing with the bear cub. This room no longer has a door or windows. You are essentially in just an inescapable cell with this bear cub. And the two of you are bonding with a big, fat, juicy, seductive tomato. And all of a sudden, the bear cub looks up at you and asks, "Where's my mommy?"
Oh no.
I am your mommy.
It asks you again, "Augustyn, where's my mommy?"
Glad this ain't my dream. Shit.
What do you mean? Child, I am your mommy.
The bear cub starts growing. It starts growing in size. It starts getting larger and larger. It still has bear cub proportions, but it's gotten far larger than you are, and it's starting to loom over you, just a very large baby bear. And now it's starting to say, "Augustyn, where's my mommy?"
They grow up so fast.
And it's breathing hot, angry breath on you. "Augustyn, where's my mommy?"
I didn't do it.
It
I didn't
starts
do it.
it starts bearing down on you and mauling you and clawing at
Bearing.
you with long, sharp claws and tearing your flesh apart. It rends its claws through your stomach, and tomato seeds pour out. Tomato pulp just starts gushing out through the wound in your stomach and falls on the floor. And it keeps repeating over and over again as it starts gutting you, and tomato gunk falls out of your body. "Augustyn, where's my mommy? Where's my mommy, Augustyn?" Just biting at you and just pulling out just tomato juice and seeds and bits. And go ahead and make a willpower roll to see if you have been traumatized by this nightmare.
God, I would.
This is my favorite part.
And it is a difficulty of 7.
Oh, dear. Oh, yay. Cool. I still have 5 willpower, so let's see.
Roll 5 dice, and everything at a 7 or higher is a success.
I see a 9er.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
You are good. You are unaffected by this nightmare.
My tomato giblets stay inside. Yeah,
Yes.
boy.
You remember
It's
the
all-
nightmare. You maybe do a double take when you see the bear cub next, but you are mechanically unaffected by the nightmare. Your rolls are not affected.
I am putting that bear on a strict diet of not fucking tomatoes anymore.
Yes, not fucking tomatoes is something that Augustyn should consider.
That part
Now-
of mine and its life is over.
When everyone wakes up, you notice that Augustyn and Archibald and Darby are all up and about and walking around. And Excavo is not. And when you go to check on her, you make a ghastly discovery. Who goes to check on Excavo?
Hello, who cares about me?
Hard pass, ball. Sorry. That ain't it.
Does that leave me, or is Augustyn up for grabs too?
I'm still traumatized with my bear.
I guess I'll do it then.
Oh, wow.
Archibald,
Yeah.
You walk into the room that Excavo is sleeping in, and you notice something strange. She's in her bed, but she's not really getting up. She's moving a little bit. You lift up the sheet, and you see that about half of Excavo's body is not there anymore.
What?
And at the edges of her missing arm and leg and the chunks of torso in between this arm and leg, you see a familiar green mold eating away at her flesh. I'm not actually sure whether it's her left arm and leg or her right arm and leg, because Augustyn did not specify which side it was that he smeared the sample of mold on when he did that.
Are you happy over
Run
there?
back the
Are
tape.
you happy now?
Run back the tape. Darby called you a dumb bastard in the moment for doing that shit.
Oh, you look very happy. Okay.
Excavo is weak, but is quite alive and able
Are you
to
happy?
speak.
Oh man.
And there's probably commotion getting Augustyn's attention.
Augustyn, can you do, buddy? Can you do the plant thing again?
I walk into the room. Bully! Dear God! It's worse than I imagined.
So you see, yeah, her arm is gone, her leg is gone, everything, it seems to have traveled from her arm all the way down her leg and eaten chunks just out of her torso, and the mold has traveled up her neck and is kind of crawling up her face and making its way like up to her eyes.
Augustyn, what have you done?
You fucking idiot.
Who's to say I had anything to do with this? We don't know where this came from.
Who else was
Augustyn, you
handling
clearly-
that shit, you dumb bastard?
I'm the only one
Augustyn.
with an Adric memory.
You clearly had everything to
remember,
do
you
with
smeared
it.
it on her.
Whatever. I have a good memory, and none of you know where this might have come from.
Why don't you search your memory banks in eidetic detail for when you done did this?
Yeah, and how
Friend,
about
I am not obligated to tell you anything.
Augustyn?
We all saw you do it.
I plead the fifth.
This
Augustyn,
ain't court, you dumb shit. Look what you did.
Augustyn,
kinda-
you've got to try and save her.
I kind of prod Excavo. Friend! Hey! Are you alright? Are you awake? Hello? And I just kind of start poking her.
Half of
Can
her
I
is
speak?
gone, Augustyn.
Oh, yeah.
Can I speak?
Excavo, you feel weak, but you're conscious and you can speak.
Fuck you all. No.
Do you require my assistance? Would you like me to aid you?
You think?
fucking
Jesus,
acquired.
are you?
What do you fucking think?
Well, I cannot do this non-consensually. I needed your willingness for me to.
I need to
Where
live.
was consent when you were
Excavo's-
stabbing people
Excavo's
in the gut?
All the activity and the excitement and Excavo being perturbed seems to be bothering the mold. Excavo, you can feel the mold actually moving and responding to your activity, and specifically you can feel it moving up your face and directly into your eyes. You can feel, still, I don't know whether it's your left or your right side. Augustyn hasn't picked yet, but whichever one it is, you can feel that eye growing cloudy as the mold is entering your eyeball and infecting it.
Augustyn, Barry Bruja didn't have your consent to heal him. Just do it.
The man could not be asked for consent. He was unconscious.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, look here. Your prince commands you.
Excavo! Excavo!
Now.
Augustyn,
Excavo!
as you gesticulate with your hands, you can see that your hands are also covered in this mold that you have been handling in your sleep. They have you have like a dusting of this mold all over your own hands.
I would like to make very clear that there is so much
Augustyn, you've got
distance
to do
between
something about
Darby
this. You've
and
got to
all of
use your
that.
green path.
Clearly this is more urgent than I had originally anticipated. Excavo! Excavo! I need you to calm down. I cannot assist you while you are freaking out. Please,
Excavo,
please.
one of your eyes goes blind.
Hey, look here. Hey, look here. Chill.
She can't really do that anymore.
She can't make eye contact. I can't make eye
So
contact
I
with her
am-
one eye. I'm trying to
Oh, no,
dominate her.
I was making a joke, but she...
My plan is to dominate her into relaxing. Quiet is the command, if I can get her eye contact.
Well, she's blind now, but
Well, no, one eye was blind.
oh, one. Okay.
She can still see me.
What about our third eye? Is her third eye
Augustyn,
blind?
as the prince, I order you to do something about this now.
I definitely
Darby, I don't think she's in a state that can lend itself easily to...
I mean,
to dominate.
I just want her to be like quiet and still for her own treatment. She can't. She's
So I
unaffectable.
So outside of the immediate situation, tech question.
Yes.
Do I have to target the mold on her, or can I target the mold within a vicinity and help heal us both?
You have to specify what mold you're targeting if you're going to use...
So I have to
powers.
target her mold or my mold first.
If you want to like make contact and say, "Hey, all of this mold, I'm targeting all of this mold." You can do that if you want to get like a 2-for-1.
I think
if that's what
I think that's what he's saying. He wants to like
that
compress
is-
all the mold into a small area and.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. It's one of those things that like I do need to heal myself. You know, you're in an airplane that's crashing. Masks come down. You have to put your mask on before you help other people.
Yeah, no, you could do that.
Okay, I definitely, I saunter up and begrudgingly place my hands on her face and kind of like, not roughly, but very firmly hold her face still and kind of menacingly push her mouth shut. And now my mold and her mold is in contact with each other, and I do Speed of Seasons Passing to wilt and wither all the mold.
Immediately, you feel the mold on your own hands. React to what you're trying to do, and react defensively. And you feel the mold immediately eat through all the flesh on your hands and skeletonize your hands. And immediately, all that's left of your hands is just a few bone shards sticking out of your wrists.
I persist. I grunt extra hard, just...
What the hell is going on?
You no longer have any hands left to do any gestures that are necessary for your thaumaturgy. You have to regrow your hands first in order to try it again.
Friends, this is troubling. Also, what are the mechanics of regrowing limbs?
Well, because this is aggravated damage, it will take expending willpower and getting a full day's rest.
Okay. I want to, like, help Augustyn, maybe. I'm going to, like, grab his shoulders and try to, like, help channel some energy, and I'm shaking him. I'm saying, Augustyn, wake up. Augustyn, wake up. Augustyn, wake up.
I really hope you're right. This is stressful.
I'm right.
I do not have time to do this, so I just continue to persist.
No, you're not.
No, because I'm waking you up.
Because you wake up.
Fuck a God damn it.
And Excavo is fine. Excavo's perfectly fine. Because Excavo is just part of the Augustyn stream.
Wow. Wow, fuck both of you.
Excavo, did you know? Kimber, did you know too?
No.
Oh, hell, good acting.
But she committed!
She sure did. Hell yeah.
She committed! Because she's an actor!
Love it.
Man, and I thought for sure that first dream was I was like, man, that's really weak sauce. Like, he must have just really run out of time on this one.
I knew there was a reason he had told us there was a dream happening.
I feel
knew
like
I could
Darby
only do-
yelling at you would definitely be part of your nightmare as well.
I love how nobody checked on me. Good job.
So Excava doesn't
Who
show
wants to
up.
check on Excavo, huh?
Whatever. She'll
Yeah.
she'll catch up with us.
Whatever. Dream Excavo can't talk to real Excavo. Real Excavo doesn't know that Dream Excavo got clowned like that.
This is true, but I think subconsciously, I know.
So in real life, despite there being every reason for everyone to have assumed that carrying around this super apparently infectious mold would have had terrible consequences, in real life, you check on Excavo and you check on, your pocket that just has a chunk of this mold in it. And there isn't actually any evidence that this mold is spreading, and Excavo is
Vampires
not
sleep like
actually infected or anything. You don't see any evidence of that.
I do in my waking panic and mania, just immediately start scouring my surroundings for like a containment jar to stick this fucking shit in.
Do you want to voluntarily just like take a penalty on all rolls because that genuinely traumatized you? No, that's not.
I do definitely find a jar, stick it in the jar, and then stick the jar back in my pocket.
I said that I would not be able to get away with another twist like nightmare scene, but
Oh,
Good,
you always find a
good
way.
job.
We did twist. We got Shyamalan.
haha. See, I thought
The
the only
twist
way
I
I
didn't
could
know
I could
about
get
it.
away with the twist is to do the roll early, to do the roll,
Yeah,
and then
you got me. I was with you. I was in.
Oh, hell,
Yeah, just
okay.
wake up in the dream and do that. Yeah.
but
I
then
wasn't
that,
sure how convinced people were since I was like the one who was in on it.
but that's for real. The last time I could get away with
Probably.
No, I think you
a
can do
twist
it.
nightmare.
I have
well, it
next
turns
time-
out the whole campaign is a dream, so
Yeah, the next time it's going to be like, there's going to be a really lame nightmare, and then the entire session is going to have like a wake up thing at the very end of it.
ugh.
It's going to be like, oh, just kidding. And it's just going to be extremely unsatisfying and unoriginal and lame. And you won't want to play anymore after
I mean,
that.
for what it's worth, you definitely stressed me out. Like,
It
you got
sounds
my
like
heart
you
rate
won't
up.
want to play after that.
That was dang. That's a good
Darby
way.
was stressed as well. Dream Darby, I guess, was pretty agitated.
I was dying.
As long as it was
were.
deeply unpleasant for everyone.
Yeah.
That's just my goal for every
Thanks.
game.
I hate it.
It's extraordinarily pleasant for me.
I would have rather seen someone else beat Damsel, but I understand why it was me. It was because he smeared it on me like a loser.
There needed to be consequences for that. Even if they weren't like real consequences.
Right. I appreciate that.
Okay, so what are we doing? Are we following the
are
notes
awake?
to
Yeah, I
the
think-
surveillance room?
I think for whatever reason, Darby has got a bee in his bonnet about signing the paperwork, and I think Archibald had mentioned something about changing the name of the manor, and I imagine we would do that in the document, right? Like we could redline in the name or whatever we wanted to call it.
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
so we're sitting there over the paperwork.
Yeah.
I imagine you and I have snuck it out, and we're kind of looking at it, unbeknownst to Augustyn and Excavo. And
I think that's right. And I would like for, in some way, for Darby to have been really unhelpful in translating some of the provisions on it. Like, helpful and motivating that all this is happening, but I really want there to be more, like, harmless consequences to Darby's, like, very real stupidity. So I think it would be funny if that were to come into play here.
Hey, so you see, Darby, we're going to have them sign it, but we're going to go ahead and make all the changes we need right now. Now,
Yeah, okay.
I
Sounds like a
I
plan.
suppose
I
I
want to read
understand.
things that I'm about to sign.
I suppose I understand as the prince, we do need a mansion, but I don't exactly like the Ring of Delacroix Manor. And we can't name it after me. I don't even believe in private property per se. So what about, this might just sound silly to you. Can I name it Darby Manor after my very special guy?
I knew you were going to say it. Oh, no.
You're my best friend in this town, and you're a very special guy who's been nothing but great to me. I think we should call it Darby Manor.
Wow. I'm deeply touched by this great honor.
Well, I'm glad because I already made the changes.
Oh,
and
wow,
and he looks at the paper and clearly like what is like printed in a very like legal kind of font, though where it says Delacroix has been scratched out and in a beautiful cursive it says Darby.
So does this mean that I'm like a lord now?
Well, we don't exactly use. I wouldn't like to use titles that endorse, that sort of hierarchical system. But you can be.
What's like a
what's a good
super
one?
sheriff?
What about we call it? We that's it. You're a super sheriff because you're a sheriff and you're super.
Yeah, oh, sweet. God, you are the best prince. Oh man, this is gonna be awesome.
I'm the second best prince. The first best prince is the artist formerly known as.
Yeah, and that guy that looked like him that we met a couple of days ago.
Okay, Augustyn Excavo, would you like to sign the paperwork now?
Let me read it first.
Darby signs the most comically juvenile signature, all capital letters. It looks like it should have been written in crayon, even though it wasn't. That's kind of the effect that he's going for.
I have signed in my lovely handwriting, but the middle name, I do include my middle name because I'm that guy. It is illegible, and you guys don't know what it is.
Darby has read almost nothing of the contract.
I'm going to guess that Archibald's middle name is traditionally a woman's first name.
Okay, you got it. Okay, but it also starts with an A, and it's Elizabeth, but spelled with an A at the beginning.
Like a singular Elizabeth.
Yeah, Archibald
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Elizabeth.
That would be on brand for Archibald.
That is it. You got it.
Did Excavo have questions about the contents of this?
I wanted to read it, yes.
It signs over ownership of the LLC that owns the real estate and other property that Delacroix owned, and it lists Delacroix Manor and Club Wonderland and
Darby Manor.
What is written as
That's Darby
Manor?
Manor?
I'm like, what is this?
Darby Manor.
What is this?
It's
like
It's Darby
princely,
Manor.
Princely decree. I don't know what you're talking
you
about.
speak. You know French. You know that in English the translation of Delacroix is Darby. We just thought it would be easier.
No.
It's fate. And the vehicles are also included in this.
Do we get the? Oh wait, the PT Cruiser caught on fire. Never mind.
There's, as you look over it, there's nothing tricky in there. It's basically just a plot way to seal up any loose ends that are like, oh, but isn't all this stuff still in Delacroix's name? Isn't there going to be like legal weirdness? This just makes everything be in your name legally. And there are extra signature lines so that it could be joint
I would
ownership.
also like it to be known that Darby is planning to expertly process an auto insurance claim for the PT Cruiser because I feel like Darby would be good at that.
No argument here. It's something that Darby could have been doing for many years for the Ventry.
Yep.
He
So
could have been,
We are going to get at least the fair market value of that PT Cruiser.
It would make a lot of sense that Darby would have a lot of experience fucking up cars and taking care of the results.
It's like some of the only paperwork that he knows how to do accurately. I feel like he's just a savant at filing auto insurance claims. He cannot figure out any other paperwork at all, but can expertly and perfectly the first time fill out auto insurance claims.
Y'all want me to forge some receipts for a brand new stereo deck that I put in right before the fire?
Yeah. Yeah, hey, no, actually, could I do like a Streetwise plus Drive or something to Garby would totally try to do that. Why not? I'll try to do some insurance fraud and get some better shit.
I'm not putting my name on your insurance fraud.
I'm not asking y'all to do it. I'm an agent of this company. I can do it myself. I don't know why Darby knows the law, but he does. Either way, I'm allowed to do it, and so I'm doing it.
Yeah, while you're doing that, Darby, how about an upgrade? Instead of a purple PT Cruiser, I'm thinking black.
All right, I like that. We'll see what I can pull off. I don't know. I'll pull some strings and see what I can come up with. So yeah, how Darby's trying to work the system and get as much as we can get for a 2002 purple PT Cruiser, which if I black book that right now, hang on one second.
I black book it. It's worthless.
Jesus, I don't know what the role would be for insurance fraud. I want to say that could be larceny or subterfuge.
I have a Streetwise. I don't have a subterfuge.
And Drive.
I have Drive. I'm very good at Drive. We decided that for whatever reason I am good at filling out this paperwork. Maybe I can get the specialty bonus for that. I'm not going to get very many dice. I wouldn't.
This is such a... Given that Augustyn is rich as hell, it's trying to squeeze an extra couple $100 out of an insurance.
Who am I to deny them their
Yeah,
choice?
I also have many assets. I don't really need these, but it is good to diversify. But
So what do immortal
Not with a bunch of
vampires do with their
insurance.
time? So what do immortal vampires do with their time?
This is it. Min-max insurance fraud. I think that's pretty much how we're playing it. I'm sorry, Graham. I have an important question I need to ask you. Was it the Sport Wagon 4-door, the Touring Sport Wagon 4-door, or the Limited Sport Wagon 4-door?
I don't care. I don't want one.
It was a 2010.
2010. There you go.
Did they even still make them in 2010?
They did.
Okay.
And it was, what were the choices? Why?
You know what? We'll figure this out. After the fact. We don't need to put this in the broadcast.
We'll do this between games and figure out
This is
exactly.
that serious.
Exactly
metagaming.
how
2010
Darby
was
gets away with
the
insurance fraud.
Last year that they made those.
Darby perpetrates insurance fraud. The gang gets a better PT Cruiser.
You know what? Can I just fast forward through and say you succeeded in getting your
Spectacular.
wildest dreams,
Claire.
the maximum payout for that Chrysler
Excellent.
PT Cruiser. It was considered an antique, an oddity, a diamond in the rough.
Fuck yes. Today's just
And-
coming up, Darby. It's like the greatest day of his life. He is so happy right now from these two triumphs, getting Delacroix Manor named after himself, and like really broing out with Archibald. And this PT Cruiser thing. Like if he got off the phone with his insurance agent, you've never seen Darby happier than he is right now.
The insurance agent that you were talking to on the phone is going to pay you enough money to buy another PT Cruiser that's the same color and the same year, and in fact tells you that he knows someone else who's selling another PT Cruiser that's the
Is it
same
black?
color and the same year. No, it's still purple.
Actually,
And in fact,
it might be good to get purple because
He pretty
the whole jade
aggressively
thing.
tries to get you to buy this other car, and it's like, you must be a big fan of this PT Cruiser. I've got a cousin of a friend of my chiropractor's ex-boyfriend, and he's really trying to
cut
unload
me
this.
a deal on it. Like you're paying me top dollar here, so what?
I cannot cut you any deal on it whatsoever. It is going to be top dollar. In fact, it's going to be a little extra expensive because it'll have to be transported over. I don't think it has an engine, so it can't even be driven. It'll have to be on the back of a flatbed. But
Wait a minute.
yeah, it is yours for like 45 grand, but clearly
45
you're
grand?
a collector.
What?
I'm just saying,
Hey,
it's
man.
right there, and he gives
You
you
know
his
what?
number.
You know what? Thanks. I'll have to check that out. I appreciate your help with the initial claim. I'll get back to you on that other one.
Awesome. I'll call you back tomorrow. And then
Yeah,
he hangs
well,
up.
I'll tell you what. I'll call you back. All right. Yeah. So everybody sees Darby with an extra pep in his step.
Yeah, I did not sign the paperwork. Nope.
Wait,
That
what?
is fine.
All right, sweet. We only have to split this stuff 3 ways, Archie.
Yeah, true. That just means we get it. Cool.
Well, no part of it required
Yeah.
everyone to sign the paperwork. It just required someone to sign the paperwork.
Right. So it's transferred to the name. I keep talking.
So
Darby
then
would never
whoever
say
it's
this. It
transferred
gets
to,
transferred to the
decide
named
who gets
parties.
what.
So if you ain't a named party because you ain't signed it, then okay.
So how about that sewer, everyone?
Yeah. So we got instructions on how to get there, right? I think we just arm up. We get ready to go, and we prepare
God, is
for
there
like.
armor?
Now,
It's gonna be hostile
Excavo, you're
territory,
good with
y'all.
phones. Now, Barry did say he wanted to come along and bring some of his pals. Would you mind calling him and see if he'll come and join us? Or wait, he can't bring his
Barry
friends.
wanted to
He
bring
was coming
people
though.
that we are not allowed to talk to.
Yeah, but we were still going to meet him. We made plans to meet him right now.
We are going to meet him alone. If he happens to have people with him, we don't know about it. Right?
Okay, fine. I'll text him, and I'm going to
Otherwise, we will apparently burn alive.
I'm going to go ahead and get changed because of the sewer. I'm still in my all my tweed and stuff.
Darby looks down at his disgusting coveralls and it's just like, no, I think I'm all set.
I'm in my best hacker outfit, like I'm ready to rob a bank, but I really just sit behind the computer.
Andy, what are you wearing?
Nothing. I'm just
I am still in my field exploration outfit with many tactical pockets full of specimens and
cargo
things.
pants. Are those cargo pants?
Yes.
I'm imagining kind of a Steve Irwin sort of get up.
Okay, you hear Archibald banging around in his room,
it's the fun
frustrated and confused for let's say half an hour. You're probably getting impatient, and finally I come out, and I have settled on khakis and a polo.
That's what you always wear.
No, I'm always wearing a tweed suit, and now
you're using,
I've downgraded to khakis.
Man of the people.
Thank you. You really think? Yes, I am a proletariat.
Okay, so someone's calling Barry?
I'm texting
Where
Barry. I do not
did
call the
Jade? Did
phone.
Jade stay with us?
Yep. Jade has her own bedroom.
I think Darby
And-
would go and knock on Jade's room and tell her that we were going to go do this and see if she wants to come. Leave it up to her. Hey, Jade. You up?
Hey, yeah, I'm up. What are you doing?
Well, me and the Prince and the rest of the crew were going to go follow up on what Barry was talking about. And we got that letter about that surveillance, I don't know, down in the sewers. We're going to go check on after that. If you wanted to come with us, you're more than welcome to tag along.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I think it has a potential to be dangerous, much like, anything we do, I guess. So just if you have a way to protect yourself or defend yourself, I'd bring that with you.
Okay. And she goes over to her bedroom wall and just takes a katana off the wall. I was like, I'll just bring this.
Darby thinks that is the coolest thing he has ever seen in his life. That is so obvious on his face. He's like, oh, shit, yes, okay, yeah. All right, yeah, you're ready. You're ready to scrap.
She says, yeah, I've trained with this since I was 8.
Damn.
So I'm pretty okay. I mean, not this one specifically, but, it was a smaller one when I was little. I'm talking too much. Yeah, I'll go with you guys.
That is so cool. Hell yeah. I want to see you in action with that thing. I hope someone tries to step to us later.
Oh, no.
Oh, speaking of which, is there some kind of tool shed on the property?
There is, yes, in the back.
I'm gonna go out there real quick while we're getting armed.
I bet I know what you're looking for.
You sure do. I am looking for a sledgehammer.
I wasn't sure if it was going to be just like a little thing or like a big fuck
I
off
want
hammer.
like a full fuck off hammer to go with my sickle that I already have.
So you're not looking for the kind of hammer that you can conceal on you. You're looking for just a carrying around for everybody to see kind of sledgehammer.
Oh, I know what tools we need.
Yeah, I figure there's not many like witnesses in the sewer.
Okay,
I figure we're like driving towards the entrance, so
would go
I
with
figure
you
I can get
to
away
the,
with it.
tool
you
shed.
absolutely find a sledgehammer.
I'm bringing it. I'm putting it in the trunk just in case.
I want to go to the tool shed and I want to get bolt cutters and
What, and look for like a cell phone?
I gotta say, I love everybody's like creativity. Hell yeah, like gear up however you want to get after it.
we
This
need
is
bolt
awesome.
cutters. Don't know if I assume they
Need some
lasted,
fucking
so,
rope.
Is there anything I could use possibly as a lockpick in there? I mean, I have like bobby pins. Don't know. If I have anything
Bolt cutter
else.
makes for a pretty good lockpick, depending on the kind of lock.
I mean, if you just
As
if
does
it's
a
like door
sledgehammer.
handle, you can't.
In the
Is there one of them
tool
big?
in the tool shed,
Is there a toolbox?
nothing stands out as being quite like a lockpick. I mean, there are flathead screwdrivers.
I mean, just like Phillips head. I don't know. Like I can.
I mean, if you're trying to get
I've
through a
played
door,
Skyrim before, where they show the tools.
if you're trying to get through a door, I can tell you from experience, just a normal toolkit can get you pretty far. You can use it. You can just use a normal like screwdriver to take hinges off of things. You could use a hammer and
yeah.
a flathead screwdriver to take the bolts off of hinges and just remove doors. That's a lot simpler than actually using a lockpick set. So you can take like
Alright.
a bag of tools and
Is
use
there a
that.
toolkit in there?
Yeah, there's just bag
then
tools.
Yes, I want that and the bolt cutters.
Bag
I
of
think that
miscellaneous
is,
tools has been added to your inventory.
Are there any like old gadgets back here that I'd be interested in grabbing for no reason at all? Just
Old
just
old
to
gadgets. Old gadgets. There's a dosimeter. There's a Geiger counter and an EMF detector.
There's a stud finder. You can use it on me.
I was going to make a joke about the stud finder, but I was like, no,
Low-hanging
I think that's all right. It's just
You-
your regular tool shed. Is there any like?
You don't
want
wanna-
a trapdoor anywhere?
Aren't we the
Just
new
a tool
owners
shed.
of a whole room full of weapons?
We
Yes.
are, yes.
Like a giant.
They could have an escape route
elaborate
in the
weapon
tool shed.
room?
Yeah, I would like to go down to that gun closet and get.
I think
get,
it was
do-
all
grab-
bladed
get-
stuff.
Get one
Were
of
there
them.
guns too?
Oh yeah, there's literally a closet full of guns.
You did
would
not
like
see.
to
There were no firearms in Club Wonderland.
Who?
It was all like bladed weapons.
Ah.
Darby has multiple firearms if people want to like borrow some.
Also, it's worth noting that Archibald and Augustyn, you are both down 1 health level. You both have 1 level of lethal damage from something several sessions ago. I don't remember what. It might have been from like the very first session. Did you guys heal from getting staked? I think you did. I think it was from something after that. But you're both down 1 health level. Maybe you can help me remember what it was from.
I don't remember.
I
I'm
don't.
also looking for that on my character sheet, and I can't find
That
it.
wouldn't have been from
It's
the
in
fight
the
with
bottom right.
the gang, would it?
It quite possibly could have been. You can spend blood to heal that now. Also, since it's a new day, everyone, if you've spent willpower, you get that back. That applies to Darby. Also, everyone has just spent 1 point of blood. Just regular housekeeping. I've kept track of that. Would Archibald and Augustyn like to spend a point of blood to heal that point of damage?
What is my blood pool at?
I would like to do that.
Augustyn, you have 6 points of blood.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
And Archibald, you have 11.
Yeah, I'll spend it.
Now you're all going to Club Wonderland to raid the weapon wall.
Yeah, Darby's interested in scoping it out and seeing if there's anything.
I mean, there aren't any firearms, so I'm knowing that I'm actually okay with not going to Club Wonderland.
If they are...
That's where the cars are too, though, right?
There aren't any of your vehicles at Club Wonderland. The rest of your vehicles, yeah.
Okay. If
the rest of the
nobody's going,
vehicles,
then-
the rest of the vehicles that you have access to are at Darby Manor, and those are the motorcycle with the sidecar, the helicopter, and the Escalade.
I have some brass knuckles. Is there a way to do melee lethal damage? Lethal melee damage?
Yes, bashing damage done to a vampire's head becomes lethal damage. Also, lethal damage done with bladed weapon is lethal damage. But you mean with like a blunt...
Yeah, I mean, it's just... all of the funny things that I want Darby to be able to wield as weapons just end up kind of doing bashing damage because of the nature of the mechanics of the game. And I don't really want Darby to use blades, but I will, because I do want him to be effective in combat. So maybe that's something we can workshop to think of a way to have a special bashing weapon that can do lethal damage. But for now, I think Darby just gets like a combat knife, and what else would be like practical and utilitarian?
Or just always aim for the head, and then it becomes lethal.
Right. Darby likes to go for the face, so that's going to work well. All right, so Darby gets a nice combat knife if there's something like that on display.
Are you moving to Club Wonderland? You're relocating?
I would like to stop by there on the way. I don't know if that makes sense, but I
that
think
where
we're
all
like
the blades
rallying
are
up
at?
to leave. Everybody's going to get in the Escalade.
Okay, I was going to say, like, come back for me, and I'm going to look at a chess game, but we can all go.
Well, I mean, that's fine, too.
Yeah,
Well,
we
can
just move
make
along
a quick
now.
errand and pick up the weapons, because I think Augustyn wanted to go check them out, too. But he was interested in firearms, so he doesn't care anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just going to take a pop over to the weapon room to blade up.
Right,
Okay.
I want a blade.
Well, let's say everyone who wants to be in Club Wonderland in the weapon room is over there. And if you check through this list, I have the full list here in this note, and you can go through it and grab whatever you want. You were unsupervised in the weapon equivalent of a candy store.
Oh, wow. What would Darby grab? This is such an interesting, like, philosophical question. I do think he would strap up with the actual bow and arrow. So I think he would grab the bow and like put it over his shoulder, because I think he would think it would look cool. It's the only reason he would do it. And both of the arrows, or however many arrows there are, that are the size for that bow. And then I think that like that handheld sword thing next to the halberd, in between the halberd and the, I don't know, poleaxe looking thing.
Oh, are you looking at the picture?
I am, yeah.
Oh,
It's right over
Scroll down
it's
and look
right
at the
over the
list.
thing that says halberd.
I'm not sure what all is in the picture, but look at the text list of
Yeah,
things.
scroll down.
Because I'm not sure what all is in
Got
the
it.
the picture is the illustration is not for is not to be necessarily trusted.
My mistake. I was going deep on the picture.
Oh, I'd get the rapier.
Darby definitely grabs the nunchucks. I think that is just obvious gonna happen. I don't think he's gonna try to use them in combat. But boy, did he think they were cool and totally stole them. Yeah, I think he gets the gladius. I think he gets the Roman sword, and if it has a case, he or a belt, he gets that too. So Darby has armed up.
I don't know why the foil's down there. It's a safe sword. It's safe.
For display.
No, I would.
He would not be. He would
the,
not be doing
rapier.
that. I think he gets
And,
the
Probably something
workman-like
short.
Roman sword.
Thing petit.
So there is no bow and arrow, or is there a bow and arrow?
There's no bow and arrow.
I don't believe there is any kind of bow and arrow. No.
All right, I do want to get something that looks like it would be good. So the chakrams, I think Darby gets the chakrams because he wants to get something he could throw.
The entire hat?
Is it? Yeah. Does it look like you could wear it as like a bandolier or something? Like, are they on a?
It's a conical hat.
Okay.
It looks like a wizard's hat.
Okay.
And there is a series of 5 chakrams on the hat that you can grab and pull off and spin around and throw at your foes.
So I think Darby puts the hat on. How does the hat fit?
Make for a hell of a headbutt.
Well,
because this matters. Like, if the hat fits perfectly, I think Darby's walking out with this thing on its head. Like, he is letting fate kind of decide whether he's going to take this thing with him or not.
I don't know if you can.
What is the
you can
roll?
see that. Rolled a 10.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It fits perfectly.
Yeah. So Darby thinks this is the greatest thing that he has
It
ever
is Darby's
found.
hat. Darby
And-
was chosen for the
And
hat.
I would like to practice with it, take a few minutes to familiarize myself with, quick drawing and, accessing the chakra, like, usefully.
Yeah,
like, I want
over
it to
there.
be... And I would also like to paint the picture for how ludicrous Darby looks with this thing on. Because
Well,
he's
it
wearing,
is.
like, coveralls.
It's wizard hat, razor frisbee. So it looks pretty ludicrous.
Yeah.
And also, this was a weapon of actual warfare in, I think, India or Nepal or some.
India.
Is its affect like cool, or is Darby like way out of his depth here? Like, is this thing gonna look objectively stupid to anyone
It'll
else
look
that he
silly until the first person that you murder with it. Then it'll start looking cool.
Spectacular. Okay, so Darby looks like a total fucking moron. He has a hat, a wizard hat. He has a Roman wizard hat, and a sword, a big Roman sword. He is the king of the world. I honestly, if I had to imagine a better day for Darby, it's really tough so far. Like, this is like Darby's perfect day. And now he's driving. He's got the Escalade and he pulls up, beep beep, let's roll.
Does anyone else pull anything else?
I wish there was something short and blunt to
And
go
blunt.
with the long rapier that I also want.
Like a 420 blade.
420 blade it.
Yeah.
Do we both say that?
I got it. Ooh, there's a delay, so I'm going to give us equal credit.
Excavo, perhaps Psy would be more your speed. They're blunt and they're kind of like tire irons.
What, like a nightstick?
There was something on
Football?
the list that was like a billy club.
Tonfa.
The tonfa.
Oh no, I want the Tetsubo. It's got little spikes on it.
Tetsuo.
Oh my
Is it
god,
a-
the
is it a
Tetsuo.
long one?
Yeah, it's just a giant metal studded war club that is basically designed to. It's
Some
like
of them are short.
it's what you would design to like take out the legs of horses in warfare.
But that would do
baseball bats
bashing
with,
damage if you
spikes
didn't
in
hit
it.
somebody in the head with it.
A tremendous amount of it, yeah.
Well, is this like a long one or is this like this short? C'est des petites one?
Graham, can I actually,
No, that would be like
I
four.
don't want that.
4 or 5 feet, something like that.
Can I ask you a practical question? What would be like the upper limit of the size and weight of a weapon that could be effectively used melee style with somebody with like 6 strength?
With somebody like.
Somebody, I don't know, hypothetically 6 strength roundabouts.
I think that gets into a philosophical question about like what is a weapon. If I can lift up something and drop it on someone, is that thing a weapon?
I think if
Like
you-
if I can
So
lift
I'm
up
interested in swinging it like a club. So like, if we're thinking ludicrous superhero things, like the difference between like a parking meter and like a street lamp It seems like ripping a parking meter out of the ground would maybe be impossible. But if you had a parking meter, I bet that I could, really wield it. So I'm trying to put a mental framework around my superhuman strength for the purposes of beating people with other things.
Of course, not for gardening, I assume.
Yeah, for bludgeoning.
I think it's a good question. I think if it is well below the maximum amount that you can lift, your maximum deadlift capacity, then you can
enormous.
Swing it pretty easily. You have to be able to comfortably hold it out.
Yeah.
In order to be able to comfortably swing it. So there's probably a formula or something it has to be
Like the deadlift weighs
at
like
most
850 pounds or something insane.
like a quarter of your maximum deadlift limit or something is probably the maximum.
All right, we're getting philosophical, but put this on Darby's list. He wants to find, I think, something insanely heavy and large that he can use as a fighting weapon.
Just an anvil at
Yeah,
the end of
essentially something fucking ludicrous that would be so ridiculous to run into battle with. But that's for another time.
I think I do remember a LARP that you and I played where someone, I think in Club Wonderland, ripped an entire urinal out of a men's room wall that was still attached to a big pipe. Do you remember this?
Yeah,
and was
they wielded it. It was awesome.
Yeah. And it was just well, yeah, that works. Your weapon is an entire urinal still attached to the plumbing. And he was like, woo! Psh, psh. So, okay, we'll find the version of that for Darby.
Oh,
Perfect.
I've made my decision. I want the rapier, right? But I also want the tonfa.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
This is fun. This is like the,
long range and short
everybody's
range.
arming up.
Got it. You're taking one tonfa, two tonfas?
Two.
Got it. Augustyn, you're happy with your two tontos?
Indeed, I am.
Archibald,
you
are
seem
you?
very happy
Nobody
with
else
them.
is happy with him.
Is
Why
Archibald
fix what ain't
present?
broken?
Presence in this room?
In the weapons, no.
Oh, Archibald's all. He's good. He's got his
all
hammer and
passive.
sickle.
I stayed home to look at a chess game and try on outfits.
So
On
you're
brand.
you're having your best day as well.
Yeah,
You need to try
it
on more
is.
outfits.
I am. I'm still trying more outfits, trying to figure out what is appropriate sewer wear.
So the gang swings by Darby Manor and picks up Archibald, and then following the directions in Bagger's note, heads in the direction of Nuker Technologies.
Oh, can I specify real quick? I do still just have a polo on, but I have tried on one of Darby's overalls over it, and I come out and I'm just like, guys, I did it. I look like a fellow worker.
Darby does not understand the significance of this, but thinks we're in a gang now. He's like, oh hell yeah! We're we're like the Sharks and the Jets over here. Yeah, this is amazing. Darby's day just keeps on getting better.
So the note from Sheriff Bagger said to get into the surveillance room, go in storm drain behind Nuker Tech, take south, keep going straight, then look for our tunnel on the left. Seems pretty straightforward. There should be a storm drain behind Nuker Tech. When you Google the name Nuker Tech, there's a company called Nuker Technologies, and there's an address that pops up for it, and you drive in that direction. On the way there, you see traffic backed up ahead of you because of a stopped train. Far at the other end of the block ahead of you, a group of men in familiar-looking formal wear, carrying musical instruments, are going
We need
from...
to just kill them. We need to just be done with them.
Well, guess what? They're going from car to car, and from what you could tell, having intense conversations with the people inside and being handed money. Again, you're pretty far at the back end of this block, and they're pretty far ahead of you. Darby is driving, and you're in the Escalade, right? Who else is in the front seat? The prince, I'm
Augustyn's
guessing?
in the front seat.
Augustyn's in the front seat. Darby
Called
and
shotgun.
Augustyn, both of you, please give me perception plus alertness rolls.
Perception plus alertness.
Swing and a miss. Darby's got nothing.
I think it's a botch for Darby.
Yeah, full botch. One success.
One success. Indeed.
All right, that's enough. While you're waiting for traffic to move, and it takes quite a while, traffic is held up quite a ways, and you're there for a spell. You notice something very curious. Ahead of you, a car pulls out of the lane that you're in and carefully crosses the street to pull into the garage of an auto mechanic shop that's across the street and a couple buildings over. This is to your left. You see the car pull in and park, and then the garage door closes. But about 5 minutes later, the door opens again, and you don't see the car anymore. And there isn't another door in the back. There isn't any other place the car could have gone. This is a small garage. It kind of looks like the car just went in and the door closed and then opened and the car disappeared. That's at least what it seemed like to you with your one success. I mean, in your periphery, it sure seemed like a car was waiting for this train and then stopped waiting and pulled into this auto mechanic, and the door closed and opened and the car wasn't in there anymore.
Darby, you have an knack for vehicular misadventures. Approximately how long would it take to disassemble a car in its entirety?
What the fuck are you talking about? You want to take, why would you ask me that?
I can't be certain, but I'm fairly confident I just saw it happen before my eyes. I quickly detail, in as plain a terms as I'm able to muster for Darby, what I just witnessed.
Darby actively doesn't believe you, and I think, I botched this, so I don't know how we want to manifest that. I just don't, whatever you saw, I didn't see it, and we've had such a back and forth about driving. I'm just no, that I am not. We're just gonna wait for the train, and we're gonna go. What are you talking about? There's
but
no.
Darby, it went in and it did not come back out. The only clear
Sure did,
answer is
yeah.
that they stripped it to the bolts, straight to the bone.
Maybe David Copperfield's over there. You don't know. Maybe the whole thing got. Some of your Tremere buddies might have done some magic shit.
I'm curious. Can I investigate?
Yeah, I mean, he just didn't convince me. I just was particularly ill-suited to this message.
Yeah, I feel like since we're waiting on this train for a really long time, I'd be looking around and maybe I'd investigate.
What do you do?
So you're gonna get out of the car?
I think I might get out of the car and see what's up because we've seen so much fishy stuff lately anyway that I hear how long has this train been going? Is it an absurdly long time?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You've been sitting there for at least 10 minutes.
Yeah, and I've been hearing the two of them argue, so I kind of get frustrated with them. I'm just fine, I'll check it out. I get out of the car and I start walking.
Wait, no, shit. Darby doesn't want to let you go by yourself, and I think wait. If cars can go in there, why don't we just take the Escalade and scope it out ourselves?
And be disappeared like our predecessors?
Yeah.
Be damned!
Besides,
Absolutely not.
Where do you think they're going, man? The
Darby.
Shadow Realm? Jesus. What?
Darby, think of your reputation. You can't take your car to another auto shop.
Surprised he
You're a
knows
mechanic.
what realm is.
It would ruin your whole deal.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I don't want to publicize it or anything. All right, okay, fine. You scope it out yourself then, but be careful.
Okay, I just kind of walk up there and I'm trying to be sneaky.
Who let him be sneaky?
So it's an auto mechanic shop that is open unusually late. It's past 9 o'clock, and it kind of looks like it's not open for business, but it's still open, like the lights are on, and the garage door is open, the lights are on, and there are only two people there, and they're two dudes sitting at a table, playing cards, smoking, and they have a couple beers, and they have like work shirts on with name tags, and they're just like kind of shooting the shit and like passing cards between each other. You're trying to sneak up and not be noticed by them?
Actually, no, I think I'm just walking in. I'm going to like pretend to be like a customer. That's more my style. I wouldn't be sneaky. So I walk up with my polo and overalls, and I'm like, hello, fellow workers. Hello, fellow workers. I have a car. And I say it just like that.
You got a car?
Yes, I have a car. It's that Escalade, and I point at all my friends.
Oh no, he's pointing at us. Oh no, don't bring me into this.
Cool. There's something wrong with it. You got to get it worked on.
I'm doing this.
Well, we're new in town. And I thought...
You're new in town. Where you from?
Chicago. You see, I have a car. And you guys seem to really like...
I don't hear any of this.
And you guys seem to really like cars.
Yeah, we got an auto body shop. Is there something I can help you with, sir?
I would just really like to know that I have a trusted friend, that I have a friend in the auto business when something goes wrong with my Escalade.
You need a business card or something? We're not really open right now.
Oh, my mistake, fellow worker. I will surely take one of your cards, and then I grab one of his playing cards. Take it through the screen.
No.
Nah, that wouldn't be an Archibald move.
Yeah,
he knows what business cards are.
No, he leans up to. There's a display on a wall that has the managers and the different specialist cards, and he leans up and he grabs a business card and he hands it to you, and it's the card for the general manager, and it has just the hours of the business. He's like, come back if you need any work. He's obviously not really paying attention to you. He's just like,
wow,
it's weirdo.
You guys sure must be night owls, huh? Really packing it in tonight after hours. What committed workers you are, and you will be of value to the movement.
Yeah, we stay late. Yeah, sometimes.
Cool. Thanks. And I walk out, and then I pass Excavo at the card, and I'm like, here's their number.
What am I supposed to do with this?
You can do your hack thing.
Darby's like,
and do what? On the auto body shop. What are we doing
this
here?
This is all you got? You got this? You got a card? You were in there?
Oh no,
Augustyn. 5 minutes.
But I don't know why I would be doing anything with this.
Augustyn made it sound really important, and then I kind of like lean to her.
Why are we listening to Augustyn?
And I lean to her.
Darby thinks the same thing.
Prince.
He rolls his eyes, and then
I am second in command. If you want to listen to anybody,
he waves to Augustyn to take the wheel, and he gets out. So Darby is gonna take over where Archibald failed here.
I lean over to Excavo though, and I'm just like,
I'll figure out what's up. Don't worry about it.
Augustyn
You can see that the guys playing cards, as soon as Archibald walked away, they started eyeballing him and sort of like talking to each other and like, what's up with that guy? What was his deal? And sort of like they stopped like completely ignoring him, and as soon as he started walking away, they started like looking at him, being like, what do you think his deal was? Like there was a tone shift as soon as he turned his back.
Now they're looking at me like, why did she need their business card? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Right, so I'm going to try to, blend in. These are my people. I presume, so I am trying to ingratiate myself with these guys as a fellow mechanic.
as a fellow worker?
Yes, except for like for real. I want to, you know. Hey, fellas.
Is
I
Darby
apologize.
still wearing the full suit that he was arrested in?
No, he's in dirty coveralls.
Okay.
And he's not wearing his ridiculous hat either.
Oh, he dressed down. Okay.
No, he is wearing dirty Darby clothes and not his chakra hat. He looks like just a scruffy, normal guy.
He's not in combat wizard mode.
Not a full combat wizard Leroy Jenkins.
I don't think he could drive with that.
Right. He had to take the hat off to use the rearview mirror. Anyway, so yeah, he's just like we got some priority work that we need to do. I actually am willing to do it myself if I could just use your garage back there. We blew an alternator and I was able to get it over here, but if I could just change it out quick, I'd be in and out of your hair no problem.
You blew an alternator.
Yeah.
Car seems to be running fine. That's weird.
No, you hear the knock, man. It's been clicking. It can barely turn over. We the power steering's out. All the electrical systems are done, man. We're running on fumes.
While holding the bear with one hand and being in the driver's seat now, I'm like making those like for an
You're making these
infomercial, just
sounds?
like obviously like trying to steer the steering wheel and just like hand is constantly slipping off and
You're in there's got to be a better way mode.
yeah.
Well,
The world's in black and
There's got to
white.
be a better way mode.
They say to Darby, you're telling us you ain't got a garage?
well, we do. It's cross town. I can't get this piece of shit back there. I just got to fix it up. We're lucky that we're right next to a reputable establishment that's open late.
You want to use our tools and stuff?
I mean, you know what I need, man. I'll buy the belt from you. I'll do the labor myself. I'll be in and out of there 20 minutes.
Oh man, you know that's a big liability concern for us. You hurt yourself in here. Like, how do I know you're not walking in here trying to set up some sort of insurance scam where you hurt yourself? and
Well,
sue
shit.
us?
I'll tell you what. You do it. You do the work. I was just trying to save you the hassle. I just got to get in and out of here quick. That's all I'm saying.
So you need work done? You need a belt?
Yeah,
Belt fixed?
pronto.
It's kind of late, but
You look like you're open.
I mean we're not really open right now.
Oh, you're just like pretend open.
Yeah, I mean, what does it look like? Does it look like we're working right now, buddy?
Oh,
We're playing
the lights
cards.
are on. The door was unlocked. Like what kind of operation you running over here?
We're just slow rolling our way out of here. How about this? I'll get you in first thing in the morning, and I can call AAA for you right now to get you towed.
Man, all I need is a 3/16 wrench, one belt in 20 minutes. How are you kidding me? AAA, we're already sitting waiting out here. You're gonna make me sit and wait more? You gotta be shitting me, man. I'll tell you what. How can I sweeten the pot here? How can I make this interesting for you? You gotta believe me. We got important stuff to do. And when he says believe, he wants to dominate this guy.
I think for dominate, you have to compel an action.
I think you have to use like a one-word command. Like it's frequently put directly into. All right. Well, I mean, I guess let's look it up. I'm trying to be subtle with it.
I think what you're trying to do will work if the command is for like an action or something. But I don't think you could use dominates, that specific dominate, to change what a person thinks is true or not. I think you're close to getting what you want
Maybe
if you can figure it out.
No, I mean, I don't really want their help. Well, hey, that's not gonna work, man. I mean, we would have paid.
You know what?
whatever
I'll
it took.
sell you. I could sell you a wrench. I could sell you a belt. I could do that. I could do that right now. If you're desperate, that's something I could do.
All right, I'm gonna need to jack it up. This model. You got to go in from the underneath to get to the fucking alternator rig.
Fortunately, I got a jack too. I could sell you the jack.
All right. Well, I hope you're at least going to give me a fair price trying to rake me over the coals over here. What? Open, not even open, whatever, man.
In the
All right.
background
I'll
at
give
the
you a price.
car, can I take an action right now?
Let me tell you what.
You can take an action.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Well,
I'm distracting this guy. If somebody wanted to investigate the
I can
room we're
kind of
trying to
see
get
from
into.
their body language that they're being shitty to Darby. So in the meantime, I have gone around to the trunk, and I have opened it up, and I am just kind of like inspecting and polishing like a large sledgehammer and holding it while looking over at them.
You're trying to intimidate
Shit
them?
about to get interesting.
I'm like clearly the least intimidating looking guy, but I am like just holding a big hammer and kind of just eyeing them like
like conspicuously?
like acting like I'm nonchalant, but clearly like looking at them a lot.
So just menacing them with a giant hammer.
Yes, I'm trying to be menacing, but I just look very meat, but with a large hammer.
Wait, is Jade with us?
Yeah, she's in the car.
Yeah.
Jade, come here and hold your sword.
I don't want to forget about Jade. How could I?
All right, so like Darby's just like, all right, man. Well, shit. Where is
you
this
can
stuff
try
at?
You can try a social roll too if you really want to try to compel this.
Well, I mean, the dude's gonna sell me tools. Like, do I see the stuff around me? Do I think the inventory might be closer to where I'm trying to get? I mean, my goal is to get in this room and look around for things that are abnormal that would jump out to me as a mechanic, so I could try to figure out where the car disappeared to.
Oh, you can. It's pretty much one big open room, and as you're
I'm
talking
already
to this
in.
guy,
Oh shit! That's.
Oh.
I did not realize that this was the same room
no,
that the
all
car
of this,
drove
all
into.
of this talking that you're doing has bought you enough time to do all the visual investigation that you need to do.
Well, that's the role that I want to make then, because I was playing for time for somebody else to investigate or whatever, just so we could try to figure out what happened to this car. So if I'm in the room, I would like to use my expertise as a mechanic to identify anything that is out of the ordinary in an auto body shop.
Give me a perception plus investigation check.
All right, I get 2 dice for this. I don't suppose I could substitute
And
craft
you've-
mechanics.
You've spent so much time standing there and staring like into the room, probably getting away with like doing that in a way that makes it look like you're just trying to avoid like aggressive eye contact with the guy to be polite. That I'm going to say the difficulty is lower. I'm going to say the difficulty is like 4
All right.
to notice anything
YOLO.
out of the ordinary. There you go.
I got an 8.
And a 4. You got 2 successes.
Oh, right, 4, sure. I'm not used to 4 being a win. The best that Darby can do. 2 successes.
Nothing seems out of the ordinary with the tools, the jack, the lift, the whatever that raises the cars up. It seems to be an actual auto mechanic shop. The wall in the back seems to be normal. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. There does, however, seem to be something odd about the floor. Like there seems to be a break in the floor in the Is it called a jack? Is it called the large apparatus that lifts the cars up? Is that also called a jack?
Yeah, I don't know, a lift.
Sure, that thing. The floor looks a little strange directly under it. Like it looks like a slightly different shade of concrete. Like the concrete that was under it was removed and a different set of concrete was poured in more recently. So if you were searching for some way that a car could have possibly
Vanished,
been removed, your best guess was that there's
via
some
that
kind
square in the ground.
Yeah, there's some kind of
lift
elevator
or secret
that
passage.
dropped it. Yeah, that dropped it down.
If I look around, do I see during all my looking? Did I see a surveillance system?
No, You don't see any cameras or anything like that.
All right. I would like to look at Archibald and give him the high sign that it's like on like Donkey Kong. I don't know. I'm not sure how I would communicate this. I think Darby tries to imitate the bear. Like he's just like just does like a little bit of a Thriller bear thing, and he's just like I'm gonna. So if the guys were weirded out by that, like it wasn't very subtle, but he looks back at Archibald, sees the hammer, gives him like a thumbs up, and one of these like it's on, and I think he would indicate to Augustyn to bring the car over if Augustyn would follow that instruction, and then I am immediately gonna try to bum rush these guys. So I don't know if we want to start like combat rounds or what, but it is on. I've decided that they are no longer my friends.
Reminder: there is a line of stopped traffic.
Yep.
Just outside.
Right, we are being watched. I would not do that.
Everybody in the road can see into the shop because I thought I was inside a room.
Yes, it's the shop is basically. There's a garage door and it opens up into the shop, and the shop is basically just one big room with another small like side office area next to it, but it's a very small auto body shop that's essentially just that one big room. When
And
the garage
how much
door
of that
opens,
can be seen from the street?
Is the garage door open right now?
Yes, it is.
So everyone from the street can just see in there currently.
Yes.
All right. Well, maybe it's not.
I go ahead and
Yeah,
pull
so-
the car into the garage.
I did. Yeah. Okay. Sure. They did not agree to this, so this is probably an escalation. So Augustyn like pulls over and drives.
Yeah, they immediately stand up and look a little confused, and they're like, whoa, who's this?
I walk in behind the Escalade and I hit the big garage door button and it begins to close.
Oh my god.
I enjoy the Escalade. I guess we are all inside now.
So Jade's in as well. Yeah.
And then
so,
just horror movie.
Like, what is happening?
Horror movie music just sets in. Just
Pass.
What did the business card say the name was?
the name of the auto body shop.
yeah.
Or wait, the person whose name was on it is not here right now, right?
Well, that's what they said.
You don't recognize the name of the business card when you look at the name tags sewn onto the shirts of the two guys.
What are their names on the name tags?
Daryl and Earl.
Okay. I walk in with my hammer kind of like resting on my back, and I say, Daryl, Earl, do you guys have anything to eat? I'm starving. And I rear my fangs.
So this is
wow.
Archibald's full heel turn. It's happening right here.
I love it. We thought Archibald was influencing Darby, but really Darby was influencing Archibald all along.
It's true, yeah. Because I'm mad because they embarrassed me and they were talking behind my back. I'm mad. I'm mad because I did all of this for Augustyn and he still doesn't love me. I'm mad because I got a phone number for Excavo and she didn't even want to hack it. I'm mad because
what are we doing?
I'm mad because they were
it's
being.
a landline. Why
We think these guys are disappearing cars.
I'm bad they
trying to
were
figure out
being
what
mean
their
to
shit
Darby
is.
and disappearing cars, which he loves. So I am
I could
probably.
have their square if I could get on their Wi-Fi and take some money.
Yeah, one of the things in this game that has not come into play yet is that Bruja are supposed to be super susceptible for frenzy, and it's never happened. And I feel like all of these factors are finally starting to get
You're
the
just
better
bubbling
of me.
over.
So I'm not there yet, but I'm actually getting kind of.
See, it's funny because I
angry.
think Darby was ready to mix some stuff up, but seeing how torqued you are, he's probably just like, whoa, hey, our way, my
Darby, we're gonna
associates-
do this, right?
We're gonna do it if they don't tell us where that secret passageway in the floor goes right now. Isn't that right, fellas? Why don't we dispense with all the bullshit? Y'all ain't mechanics, or maybe you are, but that's not all you are. We obviously got our own thing going on.
We are.
Where do the cars go?
Well, we are heading underground. The cars are heading underground. Maybe it'll work out for us. Open it up, boys.
So Daryl and Earl are slowly backing away from Archibald, who's baring his fangs, and they're like, "What?"
I'm making like a big show of calming him down, like a hype man. Like, oh man, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Don't do it, man. Hey, be cool, be cool. Listen. Hey, doesn't need to get like this. Doesn't need to get like this, guys. Just tell us where the car went, and it doesn't need to get messy in here. Put them away, Archie.
I suppose they are members of the proletariat. They're fellow workers.
Daryl, you can see tears streaming down his face, and he reaches up and he starts pulling tools down from a wall, and he pops open the hood of the Escalade. He's like, "I'll fix your alternator, dude.
chill.
I'm so sorry.
Hey,
I
stop
didn't.
it. Hey,
I'm
look
sorry.
at me.
It's
God
just
damn it.
late. I wanted to go home. I'm
Daryl.
sorry." And he starts popping
Daryl.
like belts off. He's like, "I'll fix it
Hey,
real quick. I won't charge you nothing,
stopping
dude."
him.
Daryl, the
Stop him.
alternator's fine, buddy. I'm kind of like stroking his arm a little bit. I'm like, Daryl, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with the car, buddy. There's a problem with your floor, and you're gonna let us know what's under there.
Oh man. No, can I just fix your car?
It's
No,
not really
Daryl.
broken, bud.
There's
We're here
nothing to
for the
fix.
secret door in the floor. And look, we don't want it to get ugly, but like we're gonna get down there, okay? So like, look, it doesn't have to get painful. Just open the door in the floor.
We'd
His-
hate for it to get ugly.
His eyes are starting to dart to the other side of the room, and while the two of you are ganging up on Daryl, Earl is tiptoeing his way, and he's trying to bolt out of the shop out the front door.
I look at him, and he's probably looking at us, so we don't notice. And I stay is the only one. That's it. Just stay. And so yeah, I am gonna get my dominate roll on these guys. So I'm telling Earl.
I kind of like, as the dude's leaving, I swing around my hammer as if it's weightless, and I'm not throwing it, but I like point it directly at him, so he's like very aware that I know what he's doing.
Darby, give me a manipulation plus intimidation roll, difficulty 5.
All right. Oh yeah. That's
He stays. He stays put right where he is. Daryl says, the floor's fine, man.
open it. And I'm dominating him too. Like I'm just bending these peons to my will, I guess. So yeah, open it. It's 2 words, but I don't know if
No, open. You can emphasize the open part of it.
Open.
Give me another roll.
Okay.
Same thing, manipulation plus intimidation, difficulty 5.
1 success.
1 success. The guy says, I need to go find somebody that can open it. I can't do it. I can go and get.
Someone just was in here, man. Like they just.
And
came
he's
through.
gone. He's gone. I can't do it, but I can go get somebody that can. But I can't do it.
You're not going
Okay.
anywhere, Daryl.
They don't give me access cards. I'm not that high up in the gang.
All right.
I'm just
all right.
supposed to guard it.
I'm
I'd do it if I
relaxing
could.
The force of my will. I don't. Am I allowed to do that? Like, if he is under the I don't know, impact of my suggestion, can I like dial it back? Like, because it seems like he is unable to comply and is getting frantic.
He can comply. and he is attempting to, but he's telling you what
He's got to
he
do
would
it like
need.
kind of a different way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's sort of like trying to move like he would need to leave the place to get someone else and bring them back here.
So
Can I do a
I
kind of
come
like
out and I
manipulation?
ask him how he does it. How do you get
he
in?
said there's an access card.
Can I do
There's an
some
access
kind
card?
of
Oh, that's no big deal.
Can I do some kind of manipulation, intimidation role sort of thing?
Well,
I
it sounds
wanna-
like Excavo wants to try to hack the door, so that seems like one way we could go. And then
I want to ask them something else
okay.
because he has mentioned he's in a gang. So I'd really like to ask, Daryl, you just mentioned a gang. What are you guys called? What's your name?
We're trying to get in.
I don't think I should talk to you guys about this. Can I just fix your car up real good and maybe like give you all the cash in the till and then maybe
Daryl, does the word
Oh, I thought I
Tabato
already
mean
broke
anything
into
to
your
you?
square. You don't know me.
Yeah, that's the gang.
Tabato. Good.
And Earl on the other side of the room goes, "Dang it, Daryl!"
I ask
keep
again,
it zipped,
how do you
Earl.
break-
keep
how
it
do you
right
get
there. You
in?
keep it zipped.
What does this access card look like? Where does the access card go?
The access card, it goes on that spot on the lifted majigger over there, and then it drops the floor
Just
down.
a standard HID. You just swipe it in front.
The what? The what? No, it's an
How do you use the card?
it's an RFID thing. You just touch it, and then it's embedded. It's hidden in the
Oh,
part of the lift. You can't see it, but it's hidden in the thing.
So you
The-
just touch the card.
The
too.
nerds,
Okay, I've
the
worked with these
nerds
people.
came by. The nerds from the university, the engineer
Yeah,
kids.
no college punk is going to outsmart me.
Those engineer kids came and they installed it with Mario, and they're hidden all over the city, and just the high up people in the gang have these now.
Darby.
It's something that Avon Stank, big rich whoop-de-doo guy financed. It's a secret thing. People aren't supposed to know about it because the city's gonna bust us if they know that this thing got built.
What was the name of that guy, real quick?
Which guy?
The rich guy for my notes.
Avon Stank. You would immediately recognize the name Avon Stank as belonging to a globally famous billionaire tech entrepreneur and founder of a company called Stank Industries. He's the eccentric genius who pioneered private spaceflight and popularized electric
Oh.
vehicles.
Oh,
He invented
jeez.
he invented
Elon
this. What's that?
So he's Elon Musk. Okay, cool.
I'm not familiar with that person. He invented the solar dog and the self-driving toaster. One out of every 6
Musk.
Americans owns something patented by Avon Stank.
Avon Stank.
Stanky.
Okay, so is there a radio in here?
Is there a radio? Yeah, we got radio in here.
Great. I need to borrow it for a second.
Oh no, you're not gonna do that Reservoir Dogs thing and like turn on some oldies song and cut my ear off, are you?
No.
Could I leave?
we
I
want-
told you a
Hey,
whole
you gotta
lot.
stop watching so
We
much
want to
TV.
get
Hey, no,
into
you've
this
been
space,
very,
and it's only
very
blocked by a
helpful, and
radio
that's why we
frequency.
haven't
I use a
murdered you.
radio frequency.
Why does that one guy have Halloween monster teeth in? What does that have to do with?
It's part of our deal, man. That's how we intimidate people. It worked, didn't
It's
it?
my
Are you
favorite.
guys-
It's my
Jesus out of you.
favorite
It's
holiday.
April Fools. It's not.
Are you guys like a Monster Mash gang? Is that your
No,
deal?
no, it's April Fools. It's the teeth. That's April Fools. That's fine, but we do really need to get in there. So I do need to borrow a radio in the event of not having the access card, and use the radio frequency to block out the RF.
Okay, whatever. Sure.
So I know In every auto shop, there's always an old radio.
I do get my iPod Nano and start playing some Steelers Wheel, though, as an intimidation tactic.
iPod Nano, I've not heard that in a long time.
And while this is all going on, I'm just kind of stuck in the middle with you. Here I am.
He starts getting really, really nervous. It's like, guys, what do you want? Can I gotta get you out of here because I could get in real trouble with Mario.
Daryl.
Okay,
Daryl,
we're supposed to
you
keep.
don't have to worry about Mario. You're in real trouble with us.
Why? What?
Because you
What?
won't show us your underground fun thing.
I
And
can't-
also, side question. The Bato Gang. Hey, Darby, you might want to listen in for this one. Do y'all have any connections with, Crystal?
Who's she?
I'm sorry. I saw that on Breaking Bad. Meth. The crystal meth.
Oh no.
Oh, drugs? Oh no. Tabata Gang. We're running pot and blow, and I think a little bit of smack, but no, all the crystals running out of some kind of new operation on the south side.
What kind of
There's,
new operation? What kind?
I
what
believe
exactly?
it's-
What exactly kind of operation are you discussing? I'm asking for a friend, for a buddy, for myself. Tell me about it. Who cares what I'm asking
Wait,
for?
no,
There's
a garage door
someone-
opener in the Escalade.
There's someone who bought up a trailer park and they're running a
Yes.
I think I heard a demolition derby.
Oh yes.
And they're doing all the crystal meth in that part of town, and yeah, we're not looking to touch any of that.
What part of town is it, so I can avoid it carefully?
We don't touch any of that stuff. All I heard
Well, I
was
know.
just
Same,
somewhere
same,
on the.
same here, and so I'm wondering what part of town with that trailer park should I avoid specifically, very specifically.
Can I ask like a meta-gamey question?
Sure.
I remember a
Nothing
couple
to do.
sessions ago, somebody told us about the Tabata Gang. That's why I know them. What did they tell us about them? What do we already know about them?
Yeah, I'm not finding any.
Because
Like,
I thought it was
info
a meth thing.
over here.
I don't remember how specifically.
I was shocked that you brought that up. I don't remember it at all.
So
I
it
don't
was in
either.
my it
There's
was in
no
my
NPCs
notes
that
I
would have that.
compiled into the journal, but then
The-
I deleted what I didn't include in the journal foolishly.
Oh, I think the hippies might have brought up the Tabata Gang
The hippies
because
did bring them up.
the Tabata Gang have like an exclusivity deal worked out with the hippies, where the hippies are exclusively selling pot to the Tabata Gang to
Okay.
redistribute it.
Okay, cool.
And
So I
Daryl
wanted to
says-
see if I thought they might be connected to the Sabat Gang that's selling meth on the south side. Right on.
And Daryl says, "Look, I don't know where any of these people are, but like if you're trying to find people who are buying real estate, you got to talk to the pirates. That's all I know.
Who now? Talk to the who now?
You guys are new. The pirates are they're the only real estate company in town. American Realty Resource. Everybody who works for them, they dress up like
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, everybody who works for the
ARR.
company, they dress up like pirates, and they're the only real estate game in town. So if anyone's bought any real estate anytime in the last few years, they would have done it through this one company. And just everybody calls, this real estate company the pirates. I don't know why they just dress like pirates and they act like pirates, and they always have a big pirate ship parade float, and
It's a super weird gimmick.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
seemed like they're really leaning
Abbreviation
into
is
that.
ARR.
works for them.
ARR.
Well, we do the April Fool's thing, so I guess to each their own.
So it's been real fun, and Daryl starts just sauntering.
Easy there, Daryl. All right, Daryl. Listen, you've been very helpful. But here's the thing. We know where you work and we know who you are. So it would be best for everybody, I think, if you just didn't mention that we stopped by. What do you think? I think we don't want to mention it to anybody. I think they might be concerned about the things you had mentioned to us, and we would appreciate it if you didn't mention that we had stopped by either.
I think I would get in trouble if people knew that you stopped by, so it does seem mutually beneficial if no one knew about this.
I think we got each other figured out. So why don't you take an early night? We're gonna keep having a look around. See, we might try to get in ourselves. You don't seem to have a lot of faith in our ability to pull that off, but pretty resourceful. And then you come back tomorrow. It'll be just as good as the way you left it.
Okay, so me and Earl, we leave right now, and
we got a couple more questions for Earl. Me and Earl got another thing we got to talk about. But I'll tell you what, Earl's gonna be fine. You'll see him tomorrow.
Okay. Good luck, Earl.
Bye-bye, Daryl.
And Earl is just doing this like, don't leave me, Daryl. Don't leave. I think there's a bear in their car. I think I saw a girl with a sword. That guy's got a sledgehammer. Do not leave me in here,
I
Daryl.
also have a sword.
He's gonna be fine, Daryl. Look. You can trust
Daryl,
me.
you
Come
were
on.
the best man at my wedding. Do not leave me in here with these lunatics. Do not. And Daryl's just like, just walks right out the door. Out of my hands, Earl.
Bye. Yeah. So I think Earl is rooted firmly in place. Archibald, if you want to say what's up.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Wait,
What was
so,
going to be said about the RFID? What are
I-
you going to say?
You're. Oh, what was Graham gonna say? Yeah, I don't know.
Yes. Remember we cut off right there. I'm like, wait.
All right, that was when the audio went out.
Oh, so in your investigation, tinkering around with the radio frequencies, trying to get some response from the hidden RFID reader in the car lift jack thing, which I'm absolutely going to have to look up what the standard name for that is. If it's just called a jack or if it's
just
called
a lift.
A lift, sure. You get the impression that it's you can't get it to activate without sending it some specific security code, access code, password,
Well,
or
that's a little
something.
more complex than RFID.
Yeah, that it works the way that like.
Then I could plug it into my cell phone and try some code.
Yeah, Excava is like a master hacker.
Yeah, it would work kind of like an access card would, where there would be like a in the memory chip on a card, there would be like a long code or a number or something that would be transmitted every time a signal gets passed between the card and the reader. And that is the thing that you would need to be able to send it in order to get it to actually grant you access.
Great. So I use the garage door opener as the frequency, radio components to then plug my phone into, and then that would be how I'd get a code to send, but also to run a program on my phone that would guess passwords and try and guess at least just how many characters I would need.
Yes. How are you connecting the garage door opener to your cell phone?
Because like
Well,
TV,
there are wires in the radio that I took out and undid the garage door
Technology
opener, so I
5?
could still send a signal, but that signal be adjusted based on what I put into the cell phone.
So you, through this tinkering, you do not open it up, but you do learn more about how it works, and you are further along in your quest because of this tinkering.
You don't want me to get in!
I want you to get in. These specific attempts are unfortunately fruitless.
There's probably something vampiric about this.
It's a vampiric car lift.
Yep.
There's something. Oh, I
A
should-
hydraulic
There
line
is
breaks
something more.
and blood pours out instead of hydraulic fluid.
Oh, I mean, there's
I
probably some
should've
sort of
known.
spell or some shit that I have to include with the. Or maybe I have to learn more about the gang to know what goes.
Oh, maybe
So
we
what
gotta
becomes
track
of
down-
Earl?
I think Archie feeds on him, right?
So yeah, I want to ask because when we like fed on those like college kids at the Chantry, like it was like understood that they like wouldn't remember anything. Like, what is the deal with how that works?
When you put your fangs into someone, in that moment and in the immediate moments before and after that, their head goes fuzzy and their ability to form memories are kind of fuzzy, as if they're really drunk.
Okay.
So he is, because there's been a significant amount of time that you've spent harassing him, he's definitely going to remember the stuff that led up to this. He's not going to remember that someone like drank his blood.
Yeah,
That's
that's
going to
what I
be
was
fuzzy.
thinking.
He might have like a very vague recollection of like, and then Daryl walked out because he's a dick, and then like, I don't know, they cornered me, and I guess they must have like beat me up or something, because like, you know, I woke up on the floor and my head was fuzzy. Like they must have like knocked me out. That's how he's going to process it. But
Will
it's
he remember our faces?
Well,
yeah, he's going to
We've
remember.
been here for a long time. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just going to affect like the feeding itself.
I wish it was like
Okay,
a
well, I
Men
had,
in Black.
like-
That'd be convenient. There is a dominate power where you can like go in and fuck with people's memory.
Yeah,
I can't do that one yet.
that's what
Right, how
the
much-
revenants use, in fact.
because I had like a lot of blood already. I spent that one, but I still had like 10 or so, right?
Yes, you are down to 10.
And my max is 13, so I don't like super need to feed anyway.
Correct.
Here's what I'd rather do. I would rather use my like. Can I use my second level presence thing to just get rid of this dude?
This dude is already terrifying.
Rude.
You
I'm
do
already
not have
terrified.
to do that.
Well,
I'm
should
down
we?
to 5
Should we?
points of blood. I could definitely use a few.
Yeah, Augustyn, you take
Yeah,
him.
let Augustyn. Yeah, he's hungry.
I have 7. I'm okay.
So you can get
Cool.
3 before he.
Yeah, I'm pretty full,
notices.
so Augustyn can go for it.
Yeah, 3 points of blood would be medically inconsequential for the guy, and also you can take more. Keep in mind, every point of blood that you take from a mortal also takes 1 health level away from them.
Okay. How much can I take from him without outright killing him?
Well, that would
Well-
like still like incapacitate him, right?
Yeah, if you take like, I think 5 points of blood from him, he will need to be hospitalized in order to survive.
But 4 points of blood would like incapacitate him and not require hospitalization.
I think what I've read, the way that it's supposed to work is, yeah, 4 points of blood, he will feel fairly sick for a while. He'll probably feel like weak and like he has the flu, but he'll survive.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm only gonna take 3 because we did insist to his friend that he would be okay in the morrow. So 3 points, please.
Wow, how honorable of Augustyn. You're up to 8 points of blood.
Yeah.
You sink
Do you
your
have a running
fangs.
tally on mine,
Keep it
Graham? I think
low.
I'm close to full.
Augustyn sinks his fangs into Earl, and Earl goes limp and seems to be having a great time and is 3 points of blood lighter. Darby has 9 points of blood.
Thank you. I had way more than that listed on my.
All right. Do you now back the Escalade back out of the shop and rejoin traffic?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess we have no choice.
So I tell them what I learned about the password, which was that it is how many characters long?
Oh, unknown, but definitely
Unknown,
pretty long.
Oh, okay.
Well, we found out that
This may take some computing power.
there's somebody that's got some juice in town called Mario. So we ought to try to find that guy.
All right, so the gang sees that with all the time that they spent harassing Daryl and Earl, the orchestra has finished their shakedown of the stop drivers, and the train has started moving, and traffic is once again moving. You pull the Escalade out, and the four of you and Jade and the Bear Cub are once again on your way to Nuker Tech. And that is where we will end the session.
Very, very near to where we began it.
Yeah, we've got a whole new plot thread going on.
No, it's true.
I mean, I imagine we'll encounter these disappearing vehicles while we're underground at some level.
Yeah, the monster underground, the vehicles underground, and the surveillance room underground. You gotta go there.
There's some things happening.
There is things and stuff.
Wait a minute. Think about it, guys. We're going to the sewer. We're looking for a guy named Mario. I know what's going on here. I've played Nintendo.
Danky Kang.
It's going to be a Danky Kang situation.
Now,
not to be confused by the trademarked Donkey Kong.
Yeah, completely different.
now that's just a
And-
wild assumption that I'm not on board for.
Augustyn is Princess
Sounds
Peach.
like you're pretty on board for it.
All right, so anyone spending any experience points?
So we just got 3 more.
We just got 3 more.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
think
God,
I'm
I have
up
11.
12. I'm going to save for now.
It's so many.
You know what? I'm going to say I'm going to spend 3 points for a dot of leadership because I clearly need it.
Would investigation be good?
Investigation is very useful.
I'd
Well,
spend.
I mean,
I could put 4 points towards that because I have 1 point there. I'm gonna do a 2nd point of investigation.
well, Scava,
that-
I'm not sure because today
I'm
I
down
tried to
7.
use my 2 points of investigation and I specifically was like, I'm going to go investigate the thing, and I never had to roll at all. So,
Disciplines are 5 times current level. Is that correct? In clan disciplines.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm just I am also gonna chill. I'm on the lookout for somebody to teach me level 2 potence, but until that is available to me, I think I'm maybe
Wait,
gonna
they're
save up
5?
for.
they're 5 times your current level.
Correct. So
Yes.
if you have level 1 potence, it would take 5 points to get level 2 potence, 10 points to get level 3, etc.
Okay, I'm spending 5 for level 2 Pokemon so I can teach you it.
Oh, magnificent.
There you go, because I have like 9, so that works.
Well, it will cost me 7, so I am unable to learn it until next session, but that's exciting. So I will wait.
Yeah,
It's out of
we'll
clan
have
for
some
me,
time
so
to
it costs
teach.
more points.
We'll get to go get Swole.
That's awesome. Jim Tan Laundry, Darby and Archibald.
Can vampires be tan in this universe?
You can burn blood to look tan,
Ooh, wait.
The big questions.
and if you had that
Yeah. do
obfuscate
that.
power, you could make yourself look tan. But
I,
don't
I
think
was
you can
actually looking at obfuscate. I think I went level 2.
obfuscate is very useful.
Super useful.
I'm gonna do that, and then the point of investigation 2. So now I'm down to 2 points.
Nice. See, I'm saying I love that.
Excavo already got a point of investigation in session 7, and not enough time has passed to get
We're
another
breaking up.
dot
No,
of. Can you hear me?
It's your.
Now I can.
There you
I
go.
gotcha.
Excavo just got a dot, just increased her investigation the previous day, and has to wait a full month before
Oh my god. Ooh.
getting another increase in the same thing.
So I get those 4 points back. So that's 6.
Except in disciplines, for some reason, you can really just go hard at those.
I think
There-
this
I've never
also
increased
applies to disciplines, unfortunately.
So
I'd not increased my disciplines before,
increase
so
your points.
Oh yeah, you're good for the
yeah. So I have 6 points.
so
Um,
how many
I'll
okay.
think about it. So I'm just spending the 5 for the point of obfuscate. Hello.
You've got to obfuscate everything.
I was just thinking
That's a
about that.
good song.
Obfuscate.
What level of obfuscate lets you look however you want?
I think that's
3
third. I think that's
Yeah.
Mask of 1,000 Faces is third.
faces. Yeah.
What do I get at level 2?
I think level 2 allows you to be obfuscated while you move around, while level 1 requires you to stay in place.
Oh yeah, I absolutely want that because I was obviously
That's
taking the radio,
way more.
doing all the stuff. It's going to be super useful when we're breaking into the surveillance room.
Level 3 is where you can be visible, but you look like someone else if you want to.
Okay.
Or the cool thing is you can be visible and look like nothing in particular, so no one can describe you with any specific details. That's what
Yeah, that's going to be super handy.
That's what Mask of 1,000 Faces is supposed to mean. Like you look like 1,000 people at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, that's good.
Augustyn, did you want to spend any points right now?
Probably do a couple more
I am
steps.
actually okay for now. I don't feel like I did anything necessarily meaningful enough to justify leveling something up this particular session.
You could save just a tremendous amount of points and start dropping them on thaumaturgy.
True that. I mean, it would be nice to, when I get back to the Chantry, kind of the Tremere, actually being able to spend those points to pick up blood magic that I'm looking to learn.
When you say
I did
blood
look it
magic,
up.
do you mean the Path of Blood?
Path of Blood. Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's all blood magic.
Right. But yes, the Path of Blood. I figure it would make more sense to actually spec into that once they've taught me. So, yeah.
Yeah, I looked it up. It's Chantry.
Chantry.
That's how you say it.
Yeah, the correct pronunciation is the more annoying sounding pronunciation.
Yeah.
Especially of Indiana
Le
people.
Chantry.
The Chantry.
But
Tremere
The
Chantry.
the Chantry. Chantry.
This is a super fun session, guys.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we made a lot of mental progress, even if we didn't make a lot of actual in-game progress. We decided a lot of things. We checked a lot of boxes, accomplished a lot of goals, and it lasted like an hour of game time.
Yeah,
I mean,
this happens
to
in
be
my other
fair,
game. We'll just have a shopping
are-
episode.
To be fair, we are homeowners.
Yeah.
That's a big
yeah.
step in
I
someone's
do own a
life.
home, but it's not here.
I'm very jealous of my character.
I wish that I had a manor. Oh,
wish
by
I
the
had
way,
so
on
much
the thing,
Bitcoin.
I did spell Darby with an apostrophe.
Oh, love it.
Like, Darby.
Love
What
that.
what should the title of this session be? Like Darby's best day, Darby's
Darby's Day Out.
Darby's Day Out.
Darby's day
Yeah,
out.
I like,
Darb Day Afternoon, also kind of fun.
I like Darb Day Afternoon a whole
Darby in the
lot.
afternoon.
It shouldn't have day in it at all.
That's
though.
right. That's right. If you're having a day, it's a bad day.
Darb's night out.
Darbs.
A hard Darb's night.
I was gonna say a Darb's Day night, but that's better.
Darb's day night.
Darbs day night.
Darb's Day night.
We've lost
Kind
all
of.
semblance of like
There's a
reason.
second rhyme card.
It's like communicating no meaning anymore at all. But yeah, this is I can't think of a better day for Darby. And now the vision that he's gonna be able to learn level 2 potence. Oh my god. Everything
He loves
is just spectacular for Darby right now. He didn't get to punch anything in the face, but I think it's coming. It's coming.
He's learning he doesn't have to do that to feel so fulfilled.
I'm learning that I do, and that's why
It was
have more
a nice
presence now.
juxtaposition, a reversal of roles. Darby like de-escalating a situation.
Well, I feel like that, like, part of it's so weird that like our characters exist in the same game, since like we are like the opposite of what our clans normally would be, and we're almost like morphing into each other in a way.
It's
into our
funny.
clan.
It's fun to watch it evolve over time. It's a weird yin yang, and we both kind of do similar stuff in combat, which is a nice.
Yeah.
Makes it weird. That's my weird Ventru thing. I'm a very strange Ventru.
All right, on the next session of New Cammack, we're going to be going to Nuker Tech and presumably hopping into that storm drain and checking out that surveillance room.
Am I going to punch a rat in the face? Tune in next week. Who knows?
Oh, they have small faces. I don't know.
You might explode that rat.
Easy target. Yeah.
You are a rat!
Tune in next time to find out.
Oh gosh. All right. Bye, everybody.
Have a good night, guys. Love
See
you.
ya.
See you guys. Bye.